able to be at this weekend conference. And all I could say is we're the closest to the center of the Ripple, guys. Like, nobody knows about this. And, you know, we already know that it worked in the past. And we're certain with everything they've put together, it's going to work way into the future. And we just can't be more excited about it. So thanks for having us.
Thank you so much, Tina and Kelly. And we're ready to rip. We're all ready to go here. So thank you again. And I'll just take it from here. You guys have a safe drive to your destination and have a great time on Saturday.
Thank you, Sherry. We'll be back with you guys soon. Have a great night.
Thank you. All right. Well, see, we can make things happen. We do whatever we need to do to make stuff work either way. So anyway, I'm really grateful that you came on tonight. And I just want to share my experience with you as well. I've been in this industry, oh gosh, I'm trying to not age myself, but we're going on 3 decades here. And yeah, so that means I started when I was 20, right? No, I started when I was about 35. So it's been a ball. And I've, it's like anything that you guys do and you focus on. Sometimes it's a roller coaster ride. Well, a few years ago, it's been like 4 or 5 years now, Tina and I did do this together, and we had an amazing turnout with the DNA company before. You know, things happen, and it being owned by corporate, you know, it wasn't the networking industry type of background that should have been running it, and things happen. So, you know, that went away. It was like walking into your job one day and seeing a note on the door, you know, doors closed. That's happened to several people as well. Well, I was so happy to hear when I heard that Ron Williams was taking this over with Terry LaCour. I thought, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. Tina actually had me at DNA, but when she said Ron Williams, I go, I'm in. No doubt about it, because I've known Ron for, oh gosh, going on 16 years now. We've done adventures together, and it was just amazing. And I'm just so glad you guys, if you don't know him, oh my gosh, he's the guy in the room with the hat on backwards. That's his trademark. That's his baseball cap, whatever, you know, is the flavor of the month. That's what he wears. And he has his specialties too, but then to find out that he actually partnered up with Terry LaCour of LaCour, actually Nutraceuticals Industries Enterprises, whatever you want to call it. He's, you know, worth billions, and it's just amazing that this is the guy that puts out a lot of the vitamin supplementations ingredients together and puts them out to companies like Le-vel and Thrive. I'm sure all of you have heard of Thrive. There's some essential longevity living oils that are out there that he puts these out for those companies to the tune of about, are you ready for this? About 40 million a month. They're out there. And so I have a feeling that this guy knows what he's doing. And to partner up with Ron Williams, with the executive background that he has, being a CEO of companies, of networking companies, and the coolest, down-to-earth kind of guy, we couldn't be in a better place. This is like the best of the best, and we finally have it. And you know what? They didn't just turn the button on the day that they received, that they got the rights to the other DNA company. I'm telling you, they did not just turn it on. All right, let's go. We're gonna run this puppy. This, you know, this, we'll just figure out as we go. Heck no. Last January, when they got those rights, they decided to put everything together first. Thank God. And they put the videos together, the back office together. By the way, that is the most expensive, well put together back office I have ever seen that tracks everything for you. I just love the map. Like Kelly says, I like watching these things. And, you know, there was a company a while back, I don't know if any of you were in it or just heard about it, but it was called Rippling. And they had this map on there that showed where it started, and the ripples went out all over the world, and you can see where people are gathering. It wasn't even anything that came to anything. It was just a game. And that's what we're doing, you guys. Now these guys have turned on to the public, people to be able to come on oh gosh, it was October 10th. So think about that. Think about and this is what Kelly meant by you're the beginning of the ripple, and it's just going to start going out like this. You are at the tippy top of this. You couldn't be in a better spot. So I've already gone over a lot of the stuff that I'm excited about, but I want to go ahead and I'll do a screen share for you and show you a little bit more about, let me see, start this from the beginning. So I have this presentation. It's just quick, short, simple, sweet, to the point. And we all know your DNA doesn't lie, but we all want to know what's in your genes. Well, there's my family. And it all started with my mom. She's right here. And I had 4 kids who had kids, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. In fact, we added another one just 3 months ago. But here again is what I meant by we are perfectly and strategically aligned with Terry LaCour. This group right here is aligned with John Malott. Oh my gosh, I actually can't wait to meet this guy in person. I've heard so much good things about him. And Ron Williams. And if you haven't found out yet, we have Eric Worre, who I just spent 3 days with last week at the GoPro event, learning how to keep things going, focused, straightforward. Find out what your why is. If your why isn't big enough to make you cry, then it's not big enough. And I found out mine wasn't big enough to make me cry. Well, now it does. And it's that picture of that family you just saw. So we have Eric Worre that is actually, he's not in the company. He's just doing training with the company. And this is fun. Way back when we were doing this before, it was kind of hard to get somebody to want to take a DNA swabbing. Why? All sorts of reasons, whatever excuse people could come up with. Then along comes Ancestry.com, 23andMe. And now it's like no big deal. And I don't know if you guys know this, but 23andMe is owned by Google, and you know what they do with that information. The information here taken by your swabbing in Uforia is all HIPAA compliant. I used to work with doctors all the time. Boy, do I know what that means. So your information is never bought, sold, traded anywhere. In fact, you are just a code. And until your nutritional supplementation comes out at the end with the ingredients that are specific to you, that's when your name's put on it. So it's time you own your own health right now. And so what does Uforia do? Well, back when we did it a while back, there were only 12 gene SNPs, and they were pretty specific, and they were ones that were brought down by your parents that you'd want to know about, but they've added some really cool ones. I love the one that they've added with why do you have the propensity to be thin or a little bit bigger? That one's cool. I'd like to know, because both sides of my family, it's skinny, big, I'd like to know where that gene fit with me. And there's another one with the coenzyme Q10. They had that one before, but now they've enhanced it a little bit better to be able to find out if your body is the one that needs the ubiquinol with the coenzyme Q10, ubiquinol or ubiquinon. This test right here will tell you, because your body only needs one or the other. It does not need both. And the homocysteine, and high blood pressure. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's 18 of these that you can have your DNA tested for. And here's what those are. The ones that, let's see, Tina's texting me again. Okay. And some other ones here, like I said, the healthy weight, the vitamin B12. Here's another thing that you're going to find out about. How much of that do you need? The vitamin D receptor, how much of that do you need? Well, we all know we need to go to have these supplementations. We all know that we need this, that, or the other. But do we know how much? No, we don't. Well, what Uforia does is to the microgram, they're going to give you whatever extra ingredients you need besides the baseline that they give you. There's about 62 ingredients in the baseline. And then whatever you need past that is what you're going to get specifically each month. And, I've been talking with the formulators there, and you get about a pound a month. That's all your body can take in of these rich natural foods. And this is very exciting to even see pictures of the nutritionator, the equipment that actually puts all this together. And so many orders are coming in that they've actually already purchased another nutritionator, and they have another one that they're ordering. So this is going to be huge. So you ask, what are all these red, yellow, green dots for? No, it's not traffic signals, but it is a signal that lets you know if these genes that are being tested through Uforia on your DNA, if you have genes that have been passed down from your parents, one or the other, there'll be a green means that neither parent, and you hope to see all greens. I have yet to see that. I've seen a couple reports with no reds on it, which is miraculous. 2 in the same room. That just blew me away last Saturday. But if you have a yellow, results means that one parent pulled that gene and passed it on to you as the variant gene. And a red means that both parents say, thanks a lot, mom and dad, but you gave me both your variant genes there. Now what am I going to do about it? Well, you have this report that lets you know exactly what type of food, nutrition that you need to recover from that. Is it going to do everything? Look, we don't know. We do not make claims. We don't, give suggestions or anything like that. We just know that when the body is fed correctly and it's fed non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, you cannot lose. Things do have a tendency to get better. What I like about all of these is they all work synergistically together. One of them is my favorite. If anybody's heard me before, that AC11. In fact, my really dear friend, Linda Krause, who's in her 70s, by the way, and do not let her age fool you, because she went out and did a 6-year study. This started before we even left the company before. And she did a 6-year study on the AC11 and how that can affect rebuilding your telomeres. Yes, when you have your DNA is kind of in a spiral there, and it has those genes that connect together. Well, it's like having those pulled apart. They get shorter. The telomeres get shorter. Those are the lines in between. And the AC11, you guys got to Google this. It's derived from a part of a tree from the Amazon. And no, they don't cut trees down for it, but they take this out of there, and the AC11, and it's used to repair DNA. And yeah, I've seen that. I've known about this study. I know that I have seen AC11. You can buy it on Amazon, this, that, and the other. But you know what? You have the perfect ingredient here. And because I know Linda Krause and I know the studies she did, and she actually patented the AC11 that we have in our product. Now, if that isn't good enough for you, holy smokes. Anyway, yes, I am excited about that. So get back to the lab here, and they do the DNA analysis. And when you get your pre-nutrition and your DNA kit, there's a card in there that tells you exactly what to do, from watching the video to show how to do this exactly right, send it back, put it right back in your swabbing, put it right back into the 2 tubes that it came in, they're paper tubes, and send those off it's already paid for, and you send that in and get your nutrition back in about 3 to 4 weeks. It's also CLIA certified. This is very important. And what I like about the HIPAA compliant and CLIA certified is we can actually move this out into other countries. I'm so excited about that. So anyway, there's nearly 400 million, holy cow, let me get that right, potential different formulas in this, and no 2 are the same. So what makes more sense? Going down to your local grocery store and picking just vitamins off the shelf, or getting your nutrition that's literally has your name on it? So you guys go ahead, go take a look in your cabinet and see how many of those that you can replace or finish them off or whatever you want to do. But I say, cut your losses, throw them in the trash, get going with what is best for your body. And we all know, I know everybody on here knows about health and nutrition. I mean, this isn't new to you. We knew back in the 50s, the ground was great. Well, now just to eat 2 peaches and get the amount of vitamin A you needed, by the way, recommended by the USDA, now you need to eat 50 peaches to get that same recommended dose. Think about your vitamin D. So people ask me all the time, because I use products all the time, and people ask me, well, I don't know if I'm really feeling anything. Well, I mean, come on, if you're over 40 and you expect something to happen overnight, really, that'd be like a miracle. It doesn't happen that way. It's just like if you eat a banana, do you feel the potassium racing through your blood? No. If you eat an orange, do you feel that the vitamin C just, well, a lot of people do feel the energy, especially if you're giving blood. That's a good thing to do. However, you just know that it's good for you. So the other thing is, well, when do I stop taking this? Well, here's my reaction to that. Are you going to stop eating? Probably not. So you will keep taking this when you realize that what this is doing and how it's affecting your body. And it's all natural, you guys. These are not any chemicals in there whatsoever. So you can either pay for it now, sickness versus wellness. You're going to pay for it one way or the other. So all those prescriptions that some of you may have, let's see those blood test results. When you use this, I recommend a lot of people go back to their doctor. You're already connected with one anyway, usually if you're over 50, and get that blood test done. Get a blood results, even with your DNA. And by the way, show them your 35 to 37 page report. It's probably going to floor them. Back when we were doing this before, we take our report in and they go, whoa, where'd you get that? Guess what? That doctor's going to want to do this with you. So look at all those other things that you're taking, the prescription drugs that cause the diarrhea, and some of them even say they cause death. Yeah, sign me up for that one. No, you don't have to do that. We want to do healthy living. So do you want to become a customer or a nutritionist? This is what I have to say. Please get back with the person that brought you here, because they have a special link that they can give you and answer some more of your questions if you have any. We have a resource center that's available to anybody that it comes on these, or just shoot it out to people. It's euphoriascience.com/resources. And you can see all those videos. You can see videos on the SNPs that they have, the single polymorph, gosh, I can't even think of the name of it now. The SNPs, the SNPs that are actually genes that are being tested. So get back to the person. And it also, if you have decided, you know what, you want to show this to, be a customer and show this to other people, 4 people, and you can actually get your nutrition for free. And yes, it is $159 per month. However, even as a customer, just referring it to people, you can break that down. $10 with one, $10 with another, $20 with another, and then absolutely free with 4. So check into it, get back with the person that brought you here, and I'm so glad you came on tonight, and we were actually able to talk with Tina and Kelly. Hang on just for a moment, and I'll go ahead and